we're doing an agile implementation, which is typically based on the Scrum framework, people always ask, should we get a break in between sprints? Or, hey, we want to take a break, but what should we do during that break? If you read and research on the internet, there's a lot of ideas out there, but there's three main courses. One is you don't take breaks. This is Scrum, there is no breaks, everything should happen within the Scrum. The second idea is what we take multiple days, 1, 2 days, 3 days in between sprints. And then there's a lot of creative ideas like Mike Cohen's 6x2+1 idea, where you do 6 2-week sprints, and then you get 1 week, which is really developers or teams a choice of what work they're going to do. So all these ideas are great, but we have an idea that we think is best for implementing in a Scrum environment. So one idea is if you schedule your sprint demo and retrospective, say on a Tuesday morning, don't schedule the sprint planning for the next sprint until the next day. So this gives probably about a 4 or 5 hour afternoon where the team has kind of some downtime to do whatever they feel is necessary. A lot of people would think, okay, what is going to happen if we allow this short break? Everything is going to break into chaos. If you read the internet, it's, oh my God, things will break into chaos. Horrible things will happen. People cannot work in an unstructured environment. And what really will happen is a couple things. Number one is the teammates will actually take time to consider the retrospective feedback. We have this retrospective and the team talks about it, but people need some time to go off and reflect on their own and think about what they would do based on feedback. So people will really take some time to think about it. The second thing is people may have had bugs that popped up at the end of the sprint or some technical debt that's really bothering them. Maybe they can go fix it or do some research as to how they would fix it, and they can come into the sprint planning ready to make a recommendation. Teams can do cross-team collaboration. Maybe two teams, hey, I want to get into more of what you did. I want to see how you did that, or I want to talk about some things. It's free time to get ready for that sprint planning. And sometimes crazy things happen, such as maybe people get started on the next sprint, or they maybe have some ideas for planning they want to think about before they come into the sprint planning. Maybe they want to grab the product owner and say, hey, I really wanted to get a better understanding of these things that are coming in the future. And now they've got some time to do those things. And one thing that we talk about always is people have little pet projects. They want to take a look at something. They want to research this new technology. And sometimes the PO just never prioritizes those things. So this is an opportunity. Maybe I can get a few hours and look into something, and maybe I can come in and make a better recommendation the next day. So if you do this, what will the results be? Well, first of all, your developers are going to be happier. You're going to have a more sustainable velocity. Developers will come in and the team will come in more ready for the sprint planning, and will have new ideas to bring to that sprint planning. And I think you'll find that while you're thinking, wow, there's these 4 hours of downtime, you'll find that they're really not downtime, and that all or most of this time will actually be spent adding value to your product. So actually there really is no downtime. So consider the half day.